and obviously did, 5,000 grafts. Obviously, as you could tell, still looking great and feeling great. And you showed me some pictures yesterday that were crazy.
I didn't even surprised about that.
I forgot how bad, it was.
I'm excited because you had a podcast with Trump.
Yeah.
And Trump is in Ankara right now.
Oh, yes, he's here, right? Meeting with, a NATO meeting. We timed it up. Yeah, we timed it up. We're actually going to have lunch after. I'm going to bring him here to Smile to see if he needs to have any work done. How easy everything was when I got here, when I landed, and there was someone waiting with a sign, and I was put right in a car, brought right to a hotel that was all included in the package, and it was just all so easy. The feedback has always been so incredible. We're so happy we went there. We love the place. And so, I mean, it makes it much easier for me to not have to tell the story because the people that I send here just tell the story anyways. And so.
Welcome to Smile Talks. This is Dr. Mehmet Erdoğan by Smile Hair Clinic. Today we have a very special guest. He's our previous patient. He's our guest. Now he's our friend of the clinic and of us as well. So he's known as with his podcast. He's a good entrepreneur and he's having some podcast shows in the YouTube. He's very popular. So welcome back to Turkey, Mike, after 3 years.
4 years, believe it or not. Yeah, 4 years. 2022. June 2022 was the last time I was here in Istanbul, and now I'm back. It's great to be back. Great to be back at Smile Hair Clinic and in Istanbul eating kebab. Way too much kebab. And also in Bodrum as well. But yeah, happy to be back in Turkey, man.
Yeah, welcome to Turkey. So last time it was just for the hair transplantation, and now you had a different experience. You went to Bodrum. You had some couple of days there. It's south of Turkey. It's very good with beaches, resorts, fun life, nightlife. So how was it? And you are full with energy, I think.
Yeah, it was, Bodrum was amazing. I think we chose it for our summer trip this year because we're usually in Ibiza or Mykonos or something like that. And I think a lot of Americans and a lot of people are trying out Bodrum. It's like kind of like newer on the scene of like summer trips. I know a lot of people probably from Europe have been going there for a long time, and obviously a lot of people from Turkey have been going there. Beautiful place. Everything was really new. A lot of nice hotels, nice villas, nice restaurants, and a lot of like American and other European entities like Zuma and Bagatelle restaurants and clubs and the Mandarin and Gigi and all these places that have been like really big on the Euro scene for a while, but just beautiful. The water was beautiful, but great boats. The food was incredible. So it was really cool and pretty easy to get to too. I mean, if you're coming from Istanbul, it's an hour flight. So
our flight and 7 hours driving. It's not too far from here. All Turkey or even all Istanbul is just moving in the summertime to Bodrum. To spend their whole summer. We also do sometimes at weekends. It's nice. It's good coastal part of Turkey. So I'm glad that you like that.
Beautiful place. I'm a little tired from it because it's definitely it's a party for sure. But I found a great. I found this place there called Paran, this restaurant, and then when I got to Istanbul, they had one here as well. And in the States, like there's a lot of places that like try to do kebab, but out here it's just a different experience. It's just so the flavor's so rich, and the steak, and they have this like fatty lamb there, and just all I do is eat. I feel like all I do in Turkey is eat.
We travel a lot also, and when we move to another country, we always miss the Turkish foods. Even in other countries we can find the Turkish restaurants, but I think Turkey is a good place to have the food because it's close to Greece, it's close to Lebanese, Iran and other countries. So it's a mix of all the Middle Eastern, Mediterranean and the Balkanian food. So it's a good fusion. So it's a good place. Okay, so let's talk about your previous visit in Istanbul.
Oh yeah. By the way, I put a shirt on for you today. I need to let you guys know that's a major. I don't think I've ever worn a button-down shirt. I wore it today because I was going to be sitting with a very prestigious doctor here in Turkey, and and known abroad in the States as well because of my last visit.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. And because of you, because I'm seeing you always with t-shirts.
Yeah.
It is the first time I'm in the podcast with a polo t-shirt.
We met halfway. You know, like he dressed down a little and I dressed up, and now we look like it's good. You know, it's a good mix.
Yeah, so it's very nice. You look like a doctor, or maybe I look like more podcaster. I'm more relaxed because we are in YouTube. Okay, so after your first visit, I think it was a huge impact on our clinic. I can honestly say that. It was not a arranged operation by yourself. You just booked with us, you came and we met you, we like you so much, and you liked us, so you wanted to make a natural content of us because you liked the whole experience, and it was very amazing for us, and it really it elevates our clinic in the United States. And whenever I go to States, if someone is looking for a hair transplantation, they are finding Turkey. If they are finding Turkey, they are finding Smile, and maybe because also of you, they know me, and they said, okay, I know you guys, you are from Turkey, so you should be the doctor that I'm searching for. It's an amazing thing for me. I'm very proud with my wife as well. When I walk with my wife, she's also proud of me, or my friends.
That's amazing.
It's amazing thing for me. We act like celebrities, you know. It's very well. We are humble people. We are doctors. We are not on the TV, so it's very nice of us. We like it. Thanks so much for that.
Of course,
one more time.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously like a superpower and blessing that we've been given in the creator space to be able to connect with an audience on that level, have them entrust us, and it's a responsibility too, to be honest, to make sure that the things that we're promoting, the things that we're talking about on our channels are things that we truly believe in. And I remember David, my videographer, who's here, who I've been with now for 10 years he introduced me to Smile because you guys were already doing a pretty good job on social media. I don't want to take all the credit. You know, you guys were already doing a great job on social media. The brand was out there. People were talking about you guys as like one of the major players on the Istanbul scene. And so when I got the chance to come out here, meet the team, meet you, and all the staff here, and really see the facility, and also just to come and be in Istanbul as an American who may have been a little apprehensive at the time about traveling to somewhere like this, that I didn't know anyone and didn't know the language. How easy everything was when I got here, when I landed, and there was someone waiting with a sign, and I was put right in a car, brought right to a hotel that was all included in the package, and it was just all so easy. It just made sense for me to bring that to my audience. And you know, we were talking earlier in the show about like how much people avoid permanent fixes to these problems in life. I've got this ankle and should have had it fixed a long time ago, and physical stuff and elective stuff is very similar to that. You know, and for men, hair is just, for a lot of men, hair is a really important thing, and some start losing it in their early 20s, some in their 30s, some not till later in life. But knowing that there is a solution that's priced as well as yours is so comprehensive and complete in terms of the package, and accessible to people. It's you know, it was very easy for me to kind of put it out there, and so it's been a great partnership. And obviously did, you know, 5,000 grafts. Obviously, as you could tell, you know, still looking great and feeling great. And you showed me some pictures yesterday that were crazy.
I didn't even surprised about that.
I forgot how bad, you know, it was.
It happens always, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, because you get used to be in that condition on the mirror, and your friends also, if I show you that to your friends, they will be surprised as well. So every time I'm showing the patients, if they come walk for one more round, I'm showing those photos, and they are very surprised about that. Yeah, and I like that thing, actually.
I couldn't believe how far. I knew the corners were back, but I couldn't believe when I pulled it back how far back they were. And now it's you know, and this is, we talked about this yesterday as well. This is someone who really always traveling, always on the road, not really like taking care of things. Though it probably could be even better if I had been following your, you know, your post-op procedures, which is obviously very easy to do, but I'm a very undisciplined person.
Relax.
Yeah,
Relax guy.
You know, I'm a chill guy, exactly.
but it's a good thing for the life, I think. I mean, sometimes we are too much obsessed. We are too much overthinking.
I fall too much on the other side.
Yeah.
You know, I overthink a lot, but I tend to be just an adventurer, and I you know, I've been over here now for like 18 days, and just like I get lost in the sauce sometimes. You know, just out moving around and stuff, and I try to encourage people to find the effectiveness of routine, because it's really important for life.
No, that's true. That we are stuck in our lives, maybe in the business, in other everyday routines, maybe. But for example, when I'm watching you or the YouTubers like you, especially you, for example, you are so much relaxed. You have a fun of day. Everyone wants to be in you, on you. So
everybody always wants the opposite.
The opposite, yeah,
of what
right.
they have, you
That's
know,
right,
and it's this grass is greener mentality. And I was actually watching philosophers, someone talk about a philosopher yesterday, and I forgot which one it was, but he put it basically, if you get married, you'll at some points regret it. If you don't get married, you'll at some points regret it. If you have kids, you'll at some points regret it. If you don't have kids, you'll at some points regret it.
I know that.
And in
quote, I think, but I don't know who said that.
I can't remember who it was, but he said in life you have to choose your regrets.
Yeah.
Because we romanticize the opposite of what we're doing. This idea
That's
that
right.
whatever else is out there for us is better than what we have right now, which is actually a horrible way to live, to be honest. But we're all guilty of it. And so yes, it's nice to live as a YouTuber and to be able to just pick up and just travel, and there's content everywhere, and your office is the whole world, and being able to, I mean, traveling for me is my favorite thing, and it's another reason why I was happy to come back.
For everyone.
You know?
I think
Oh yeah,
so.
yeah.
But after some certain days, we are missing our
Please,
home, maybe.
I'm so ready to go back to the gym, and you know,
Gym?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all you
Well,
think about.
well, it's part of it for sure.
Okay, good. No, it's good to be healthy.
Yeah,
always.
yeah.
I always search for food. Go back to my
Oh
country.
well, yeah, because you're coming back to Turkey. You know, that's where all the. I mean, LA, we obviously have tacos and smash burgers
Yeah,
and
you have
stuff like
everything
that.
there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
visited many
yeah.
times. It was
Yep.
very lovely. By the way, today we are having the podcast with you as your doctor, as your friend, and in the same time, I'm excited because you had a podcast with Trump.
Yeah.
And Trump is in Ankara right now. You know that?
He's. Oh yes, he's here.
He's
right,
here.
meeting with.
It's a NATO.
Yeah, a NATO meeting.
NATO
Correct.
meeting.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a coincidence or
Yeah, no,
something.
we timed it up. Yeah, we timed it up. We're actually gonna have lunch after, and
So next
I'm
time
gonna bring him here to smile
Yeah,
to
if-
see if he needs to have any work done.
I can examine his hair. I think he has
his
a great
hair looks pretty. I mean, it's one thing you got to give him. You know, his hair is pretty good, dude. For his
80
age,
years.
how old is he?
80 years old. I think.
And his I mean,
Amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't expect a very thick, good hair and a hairline at that age. So I'm also surprised.
Yeah.
Sometimes the patients asking me if the president, the Trump, has the hair transplantation or not. But I don't know. I can't say. He's hiding very well, by the way.
would you be able to tell if he's had work done?
If I'm so close to him, if they
Yeah.
allow me to be close to him, I can't say that no
Yeah,
without
yeah.
looking no. With celebrities, yes. I mean, they have a better hairline. We can specifically check the hairline, but
Yeah.
Trump's hairstyle is not something that it can give us that he has a transplant or
Right.
not.
Yeah.
How was
I mean,
it?
yeah, like you said, I was close to him. I was there. I mean, I didn't notice anything, but I also wasn't looking. I was pretty nervous, you know, to be sitting in the room with him and interviewing him and trying to put together the right journey for the podcast, you know, and being surrounded by Secret Service and at his house, you know, that was another thing about being a creator, especially at like the level that I'm at for the amount of years that I've been at it for, is we don't really take much time to process stuff. There's always another thing that's about to happen, always. And even something like that, I don't even think like I've really wrapped my brain around the fact that I've interviewed a president, and especially controversial president, to say the least, and someone who has represented a rapid adjustment and change in how the entire world works, to be completely honest with you. But hopefully at some point I'll go and gain a little bit of perspective on the fact that happened, and also all the other things that have happened as well, because we've had a lot of great guests on.
And you are with me now.
And now I'm with you.
With that experience you are sharing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so excited about that too. Okay, so after your first transplantation, we received so many patients through you. And it was amazing for me. I mean, I can share some few things that I was so surprised, and I think it's so very honorable for you as well. For example, from Turkey, even the Turkish people, they wanted to meet me because they said, "Okay, you are the doctor of Mike, so I just came here to meet you."
Yeah.
Some people wanted to take the photo in the same area that we had the photo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something like I was like, it was just like for me as a Hollywood star, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's amazing for me to answer these questions.
How do you think? I mean, how do you think it makes me? I mean, still after all these years of walking around in different countries, and I mean, obviously that's when I'm the most humbled by it and honored.
And you are.
When I go to I've to a beach club in Jeddah, and there's a group of people from Malaysia who are, managing the place, and they all run out and take photos. Or when I go to, Singapore, or this place or that place, and I have a group of fans, or I can do a burger review and invite the city of Copenhagen to come. It's there's no words that I can put on that to describe it. It gives me goosebumps, to be honest. Like, to imagine that there are people that have invested their time in watching my content or reading the book, especially. Those are probably my favorite people to meet, who have read the book, read The Fifth Vital, to talk about their struggles or the struggles that they've had in their life. It's the biggest honor that I'll ever be given in this life, like, truthfully, and I mean that. I couldn't be more thankful and more honored by the people that feel that way about me, and it makes me. It's one of the things that confirms that the way that I carry myself in life is one that I should feel good about, because as men and as people in this world, we oftentimes have our doubts and our feelings about what could have been done better or differently, and just meeting the people that I meet every single day. I mean, even last night at dinner, I told you.
It was amazing.
I went to Strada here, which is a restaurant in Istanbul, and I was there for 20 minutes with a friend of mine sitting having dinner at 9:30 last night, and a guy at the table next to me, got up, came over, took a picture, and then he was so excited. And then when the bill came, there was no bill, and he had paid, $600 for my dinner. And it never fails to just make me so full of just appreciation. And to hear that, I mean, this was definitely my best, relationship ever on the business side. I mean, I've had so many people, I think because I have such a heavy male audience, and it really is something that they think about and deal with every day, and they were able to come and have it, solved here, and it's just been amazing.
It's good. I mean, I have similar things like you, not too much like yours, but for example, I was walking in Malaga one day. I was with my wife. We were just walking on the street, and there was a guy who was looking at me. I thought that he's calling me for the restaurant. Sometimes, the waiters stand in front of, and they call you. He's looking still at me, and I said, okay, it's something different. I didn't know him that he was my previous patient. Then when I was walking, he came on my back, and he just hugged me, and he was jumping with me. My doctor, he's my doctor. And I was surprised. It's a man. I'm a man. Yeah. I'm with my wife. So it was... For 5 seconds, I couldn't say anything. Yeah. But then I understand that he was our previous patient. So I was so glad that, and he invited us to his restaurant. He serves us many good food, wine and stuff, and he covers everything. Thanks to him from here one more time. But I have especially many stories like that. Some all over the world. Last year I think we had from 160 countries patients.
Insane.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Even some countries that I don't know the name of that country. It's my bad, by the way.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's a very small country in the French Peloponnesia, in
Yeah.
Pacific region. But he's coming here. Maybe 1 or 2 patients, but they are coming here.
It's
so
amazing.
It's an amazing thing.
It's amazing. They reach out to me too, and like I have, you know, work with different brands or have relationships with different brands, and sometimes there's good feedback, sometimes there's mixed feedback. I mean, the amount of people that have reached out to me after coming here, this changed my life. I mean, I've gone back for a second time.
Yeah, I saw that.
The message I got, the messages I've got in the past 24 hours since I posted the story, I've hundreds of messages. This is the best thing I ever did. I'm so happy you sent me to this place. I don't even think I've ever gotten a bad piece of feedback about the experience here. And so that just further pushes me to talk about it more, because I'm like, okay, now, like, you know, even if it was 98% positive, it's 100%, you know, so, which obviously is just a testament to you guys and what you guys do here at Smile. So it's been great.
Yeah, because people follow the stories, people follow the experiences that they had, because whatever we can say in our with our marketing team or social media, it's just like a business thing. But if they see a real man, and from your videos, we've seen all of your body, I think.
Yeah.
So, back, front, top,
for sure,
everything.
For sure. I got a hammam. What's the massage called? The hammam?
Hammam.
Yeah, hammam massage. And I posted a story the other day, and I think that may have been the most of my body that's ever been seen, because they only had like a little Speedo on me, you know, and they were tossing me around.
It's a special thing.
Hey, I'm that with me, it's, as you know, it's what you see is what you get. You know, people always say that about me. They're like, you're exactly the same person you are on camera as you are in real life.
Yeah, by the way, I can say also honestly that I met you. We are talking through the messages, WhatsApp, and before as a patient here, and now. And today we're gonna have a good day. Good day with food, I think.
A lot of food.
So it's going to be
the only difference most people say is when they meet me is they say you're a lot taller than I expected you to be, because when they see me, I don't have the best posture, and so I'm always kind of like this. And then they meet me in real life and they're like, wow, I didn't expect you to be that tall, you know?
I also checked that when I met first with you. I said, okay, he's tall enough to bump his head.
Yeah, for sure. So, and I did many times after the surgery.
That's something we see with tall people, even not tall, but sometimes we don't feel our heads after the operation. It's numb, so you don't feel your head and you just bump your head. Okay, so does it... Before, in your contents, in your videos, before, I think you were always with a hat. Still you are sometimes. Yeah, the Americans wear it as stylish. I think it should be more sun protective, or covering the head, scalp from cold or sun. We always advise as a hair transplant surgeons or hair loss people, but you were wearing more hats before, and after your videos, I think after your hair transplantation, you were less with that. So how were you feeling at that time, and what makes you to go in this hair transplantation?
Well, I mean, it's great to have the option to wear a hat or not wear a hat, right? And so if your hair looks good and feels good, then you always have the option. And honestly, that's like a big part of life, is having an option. It doesn't mean you want one thing more than the other. There's still a lot of days where I wear a hat just because it's easy and I want to wear it, and if I'm gonna sweat, I want to have it on or off. Or sometimes like if I'm on the podcast now, I never wear a hat, so you'll never see me wear a hat on the podcast. Maybe occasionally if we're doing like an outdoor show or sun or something like that.
It's okay, by the way.
Yeah, but I think it's just nice to have the option, you know, and then, you know, for me, like, I still keep my hair short too, you know, like I could grow my hair. I grew it out at times after the transplant. Other times I've shaved it. You know, I think, like I said, it's just always nice to have the option, you know, to do whatever you feel like you want to do.
We are comfortable at that option. Yeah. We also. Do you know any influencers or YouTubers from Turkey? Do you follow someone?
Well, I know American YouTubers who are of Turkish origin.
Okay.
So like the big ones are like Hasan. Hasan Abi is like a more political streamer.
Okay, I don't know. I think.
Yep. And then there's one named Sniper Wolf as well, who's a streamer.
Okay.
I believe, unless I'm wrong, they're both of Turkish descent, and they're massive creators in the States. But as far as people that are actually in Turkey, I don't think I do, to be honest. I would love to collab with someone next time I'm here.
There are so many people, influencers with 50 million,
Oh
70
yeah,
million.
it's a massive place.
And no, I mean the followers in
Yeah.
YouTube, for example.
Yep.
There's Orkun and another guy with 50 million, 60 million
Crazy,
followers.
crazy.
Recently, I think it's on your side, business question maybe. They are doing collaborations with American YouTubers sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
For example, Orkun make with Mr. Beast.
Yep.
They are doing some incredible things,
Yep.
experiences, and so. Do you think to do something here, or have you ever planned to do in another country or in Turkey to make something similar to that?
A collaboration.
A collaboration.
I'm always down to collaborate with
Logan,
with
of course.
creators. Yeah, I mean, the difference is with me is that I'm a bit of a different creator than the normal creator. I don't really know how to put this. I more so just live life and have someone that has a camera sometimes and they take video of me living life. Like the majority, 90% of other creators, it's like, what's the concept? Okay, we're gonna, crash this school bus into a, group of test dummies or make the world's biggest pizza. Me, it's just like, this is the country I'm in. These are the girls that I'm with. This is the food that I'm eating. And, let me tell you a little bit about this restaurant or this burger or this place so that you can go and try it as well. And then on the podcast, it's very similar. It's like, hey, this is my story. This is your story. Let's talk about it. It's not as conceptualized. It's definitely more aimed at a bit of an older audience, I would say. So most of my audience is 25 to 45.
Okay.
And I'm one of the only people that really has that in my scene, at least, that has that 35 plus audience that's paying attention to their content, just because a lot of the other stuff is just too childish for an audience of that, that age group. And so it's sometimes harder for me to collab, but when I do collab, it's with people that don't ever collaborate with people, if that makes sense.
All right.
So for example, there's a guy in Australia, his name's Spanian. Okay. He's out of the west side of Sydney. He's has one of the craziest stories, did a bunch of prison time, but he's a massive travel and lifestyle YouTuber in Australia. He doesn't collaborate with anyone. And when I went over there, I messaged his team and he knew who I was. He knew about the book. He knew about my life story and the addiction and all the stuff. And me and him met and collab because it made sense, because we were like each other.
Yep.
So I don't, it's not that I will collaborate with anyone just because I love everyone and I'm able to see the art in all of their craft and really appreciate what people do. But I very much feel extremely siloed sometimes and unrelatable to the average creator. And that even in a lot of ways goes to Logan as well. Him and I are two very separate and different forces that come together to create greatness. But I still don't relate very much because I come from a different way of life and a different, and obviously a different timeline than a lot of them. I'm 41 years old, so, yeah.
I want to talk about your book.
Oh, nice.
I haven't read that yet, but I purchased yesterday through Amazon Kindle and I'm gonna read it. And I was surprised about the Goodreads review. It's nearly 3,000 or 4,000 reviews, and it's a good score. I know I knew it from your content. Sometimes you are mentioning that. You're not mentioning you're rebuilding yourself too much, I think. You are not dramatizing that, sorry, a better word probably. You are not using that. You are always using rebuilding yourself. You are in a good, healthy mood right now. So it's a good thing. But what makes you to write a book about that? Sometimes I'm thinking the similar things, because you are living, you have experiencing your life, many things in your life. Also, it's very inspiring for me to read, for example, Steve Jobs' book, because he has a whole career. He just write for $20, $40 book, and you read and you take his whole career in one book.
Yeah.
So I think it's also very important for you. So I never asked that question to you before the show, so I would like to ask just right now. What makes you to make it?
When I started my recovery process and got clean on June 23rd, 2010, and I had been for all of my formative years from 16 until 25 plus, I was a drug addict, you know, and not a partial drug addict, not like I was experimenting or trying it or doing this every once in a while. I spent 10 years of my life, the most important years of my life, as a daily addict, living on the streets, living in people's basements, arrested for felony charges, addicted to heroin, crack cocaine, methadone, and the things that happened to me and the stories and the experiences that I had with this underworld that only people who have experienced it themselves understand, was something that I knew, if I ever were given a platform or the ability to do so, needed to be talked about. It was, I knew it was a story. I knew it was almost a movie-like story, and you'll see this when you read it. And it's the reason why it's, you know, one of the highest rated books on Audible and Amazon ever. It's, you know, 4.9, thousands and thousands of reviews. I mean, so many people have read that book. It's been optioned out for a movie and a documentary now, and so hopefully that will get done in the next couple of years. But I knew so much had happened to me that I needed to talk about, and or really just wanted to talk about. And I remember as I was writing it, I was like, man, if 100 people read this book, or 10 people read this book, and maybe it helps one of them, like I'll feel better about my life and my experience. And I put it out in 2020, and I even at the time, like, the show was successful and I was becoming successful and things were going semi well, but I remember the day we put it out and it was like, it was me, and then it was like Michelle Obama was under me, and John Grisham was under me, and Stephen King was under me, and I was like, this is just insane. I was number 2 overall on Amazon, USA Today bestseller within the first week. And just another real surreal experience in terms of this life. And I do a number of different things. I've got the YouTube channel and the podcast and this thing and the burgers and everything, but that is, the Fifth Vital is the greatest thing I've ever done. It's the most important and impactful thing that I've ever done. I don't know how I'll ever surpass it. It is my testament. It's my story. It's the one time in my life where I felt like God was actually speaking through me. Okay. I spent a lot of the time that I was writing that book covered in tears, recalling past events and rock bottoms and things in my life that were extremely painful for me to talk about, that ended up being the things that when I see people in the streets, they talk to me about, and they say reading this part of the book made me change the way I felt about my mother or my brother or my friend who passed away, and I didn't understand why he did that to himself, but you made me understand why. And the moments that I've had with people where they have broken down have been just irreplicable for me, it's just the most important thing that I've ever done in my life, and I would like to write another one, to be honest, and have started to, but
will you mention me as well?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you'll be in the after, like, thoughts, in the section where I thank people. Thank you so much for giving me the hair to write this book.
No, I mean, it's a life-changing thing for you
as
well.
For sure.
I'm in a milestone in your lifetime, I think.
I think you are. Listen, I don't always have to wear a hat now.
Okay, so breaking news. Yeah. Mike will be writing a new book. So that's the first time you're telling in a podcast, or?
No, well, I've been working on it for a little bit. The tricky part about it is the first book was so very much tied to hardship and to illness and addiction and things that people could relate to, especially in America, in a place where we deal so much with those things, substance abuse problems and all of the addiction stuff that we deal with in the States. And when I approach the second book, I need to find a way to do it in a way that people also will still relate to. And it's very hard to relate to my life now. My life now is very, very unrelatable. You know, like people have never been on a jet before. They've never been on a 300-foot boat before. They've never. But that said, my perspective remains the same, and I still deal with a lot of the same demons and a lot of the same issues with anxiety and love and purpose and impact. And
You're still the same human.
I am the same human still, and so I just am trying to find a way to maneuver that story so that it makes sense to people and they can still learn something from it. But listen, as far as having the stories that I had in the first book, like the craziness, because every chapter of the first book is a story. It starts with some horrific thing that happened, and then I talk about it and how I got better or learned from it. I have all the stories for the second book. I mean, the things that have happened over the past 6 years and have been absolutely insane. I mean, even crazier potentially than the first book. And
Really?
so,
Okay. Of course, we don't know those ones. We just
no, you
know
don't.
in front of YouTube.
The stuff. I mean, there's so much stuff that I could write carefully about that I could never talk about openly. You know, that like I would need to have reviewed by a team and say, okay, yeah, this can go out, this can't go out. But we've seen some stuff, you know, and I've had crazy nights out with, you know, Dave Chappelle and A-listers and just all kinds of stuff that, you know, and obviously like just a lot of antics and wild stuff that will make for a great story for sure.
No, it's going to be. I mean, when you talk like this, I can understand that it's going to be a different book than the first. I've never read the first, but probably I will read the next one immediately once it's published, because I will search for myself in the first. For my name.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. It's good to talk with you, Mike. I mean, we have never studied or write anything that we follow. We just do natural content right now, so it's very amazing to talk about that. I was going to ask you. We have talked about influencers, creators. Anyone that you recommend to us? Can you give some names?
Well, I mean,
we will just contact him. You don't need to worry about.
Well, I mean, listen, like Bradley Martin has been very open about his process or his journey. He always has a hat on.
Yep.
Obviously, I would like, if he wants to come, he should come here. I'm not. He talks about it. It's like other people I probably won't just call out. You know, there's a number of people that I could call out, but I wouldn't do that. But he's been very open about it. I think he should come. And then who else was there? Oh, Danny Duncan's got someone in his group that I think wanted to have his done as well, because he reached out to me to ask about it. So many creators have asked about it.
Very good.
You know, but there's only some that I would bring up in a public setting. But I mean, listen, at the end of the day, a lot of the creator set is in their 20s. So, you know, you give it 5-10 years, you'll have a lot more creators coming here, you know?
Sure. I think we did with you the same thing, and I mean, who is listening or he's watching this will be a good tip maybe to him as well. We don't want to change the look too much different.
Yep.
Not a different hairline, not a too much lowering or too much different than your actual condition. I mean, everyone should say, okay, he has done something to his hair, it's growing well, it's more thick, but they shouldn't say, no, this hairline is not good. It was before. So I think it's something with, not only with hair, anything in your life. If you change something, your very good followers will have some words on it. I think. Everyone has some words on your life.
Oh man. That's part. I mean, listen, that's part of being in the business. You know, it's something that I've had to accept over time. I mean, there's also two different groups. There's my fans and my true audience who watch my stuff every week, and they watch to see what I'm doing and how I'm doing. And then there's the rest of the internet, and they behave very differently. And obviously the entire internet always has something to say, and maybe you guys don't see it, maybe Burke sees it, I don't know, but they're obsessed with my age currently. It's a big thing, and I'm constantly getting teased because I am 41, and they have these at 20 years old or 18 years old or 24 years old, they have these preconceived notions of what life looks like. And they have no idea how life actually works at that age, and they think that by this age you're gonna settle down and you're gonna get married and everything's gonna be this storybook thing. And the ideas of like divorce or like random pregnancy or this, they say, oh, this girl had sex before you, she's a terrible person. You know, like the internet is just a ridiculous, childish place. And so I don't try to find a way to explain myself to people who have thoughts about my appearance or thoughts about how I live my life, because they don't know me. My audience knows me. The rest of the internet they think that I shouldn't be allowed to say things that are comedic, like that bit tough or that bit guy when I taste something, but I'm gonna do it anyways because it makes them talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is the goal of everything that we do here. You know,
Are you sometimes taking serious about those comments, answering them, or it makes you upset or angry?
Years ago, it would have. Yeah, when I was first coming up, I think there's a bunch of phases for a creator. I think at first you're too small to even get the attention, and so like the majority of the attention is positive at first. It's people that are like, oh, I kind of like this guy, you know, like, and you're so small. The majority of like hate online doesn't start until you start making money and you start making people jealous. And at the end of the day, the majority of online hatred or hate that comes out in the world in general is because someone doesn't have something you have, and they use that as a way to tear your building down to make their building appear taller, if that makes sense, right? And so obviously, as someone who's very naturally, you know, well-spoken and has a lot of different things going on in their life, people that don't like me or don't have the things that I have, even though they don't know me, they don't give credence to the life that I've come from and the things that I've overcame and the humility that I still bring to the world and how friendly I am to every person that I meet. They don't care about that. They just want to find a way to bring me down. And so, but to your question, nowadays, like you become kind of numb to it, to a point where like you don't even see it. And more so, the highest level, the end goal is to get to the point where Logan and Jake are, which is kind of where I am now, which is you want to drive as much of that conversation as possible by doing whatever you have to do to make them hate you. And you actually love that, because at the end of the day, views are views. And of course I would rather it be my audience, because those are going to be the ones that purchase and come and look at the stuff that I'm promoting and come to Smile and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, if my videos are getting 4 million, 5 million views on them on TikTok because everyone is mad at me or doesn't like something that I'm doing, that's actually a very good thing for me, because it's a great thing to show brands. It's a great thing to continue to drive my audience growth. And so Logan and Jake obviously have been masterminds at utilizing hate to sell tickets for boxing. I don't like Jake Paul. I want to see him lose this fight, so I'm going to buy the fight. Genius. I don't like Logan Paul. I'm gonna watch him wrestle in WWE and boo him and hope he gets beat up. So the WWE says, wait a second, all these people are hate watching Logan. Pay him as much money as humanly possible to keep him here. Do you know what I'm saying? It's genius, because at the end of the day, they're going to judge you anyways. So you just want to find a way to monetize that judgment. Does that make sense?
I think one of the last questions, that's a personal question. You are more experienced in creating content, doing podcasts. Do you watch your videos later on? Can you able to watch your videos?
I mean, so I keep in mind, I edit my stuff. So I have to. I watch all my videos 5-6 times. You know, I'm a rare breed. There's only a few of us, maybe me, probably Tana, Dobrik. There's only a few of us that really dig deep on the creative process post shoot, that like literally are just so hands-on. So basically I take an hour and a half of footage, 2 hours of footage. I send it to my main editor, who then whittles it down into about 45 minutes. And then I take that and finalize the edit all the way down to about 20 minutes. So I see everything 5-6 times that I shot. I'm very hands-on. Occasionally I'll go back and watch an old video and just see it to just see what, you know, to remind myself of what things were like. But, you know, usually after I edit it, it's gone, and then I'm on to the next thing, you know?
Okay. I think I'm gonna watch this video again because it was very, I mean, you're so talkative, it's very nice. Sometimes we do for the patient stories, case studies, or sometimes with the patients, and you're the most talkative guy I've ever been in this studio.
That's why I do this, you know?
And it's very easy for me to moderate this because I'm just asking questions and you keep on talking for many minutes. It's amazing, man. I can do everything with you. I mean, you can call me to States. I will be moderating.
Yeah. I should just have you come in anytime I have like a disagreement or anything. I'm like, bring the doctor out. We need him.
Just give me the questions. I will ask them very quickly from the monitor, and I can guide on. Thank you so much. It was a very truly nice conversation that we had. I think it's also inspiring for people's. We didn't talk too much about your hair transplantation journey because I think we talked too much about that. And we will have some other videos as well. It was just like a friend talk today.
Yeah, I mean, if I could, I would just add back in, just to reiterate, I said it in the beginning of the show. Place is great. As you can tell, sitting here and listening to the doctor speak, obviously he's a very friendly person and someone that you can trust, and you guys have always been very good to me, and the way that you take care of the patients. I mean, like I said, this is, I would never say anything that wasn't true. Having the feedback that I've gotten, that I could just simply pull up the messages, I could send them to if you want to include them.
You send even to us.
You know,
very good.
Like, the feedback has always been so incredible. We're so happy we went there. We loved the place, and so I mean it makes it much easier for me to not have to tell the story because the people that I send here just tell the story anyways. And so, but hey, listen. If you want, you could always drop my code into the link of this video because I'll take the referrals. But at the end of the day, as long as you guys are getting new people, that's great.
It's I think, for example, even we are referring some places for our friends to go to a restaurant. You can try in London that restaurant, and when he goes there and he tastes the same thing and he appreciate that, and he got back to me, I'm also very happy. So,
of course.
Your thing is also similar to that. You had an experience with us. You were so happy. That's why it brings you here again.
Yep.
And you didn't cut the connection. We are still with the connection. And many patients from you, through you, they give you the good feedback. So it's how important that you refer somewhere, and your followers, your fans, your friends who watched your video is had the transplantation with us, and they still get good reviews and feedbacks to you. So it's amazing, I think, for you and for us as well. So it was very nice to meet you at that time, and we did this video, we did everything. So very good, Mike.
It's good to be back.
So
Thanks for having me on, Doc.
Thank
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate, brother. Thanks so much. Thank you for watching us. If you still have questions, please write on the comments. I will be answering.
Maybe I'll pop in and answer some. We'll see.
he's numb. So our teams will be answering. Also, we will be checking them too. Thanks so much. Have a nice day. Take care.
See you guys.